Stevens versus Myers is a cornerstone case in the tort of assault. It established is that an assault is committed when a person intentionally acts in a way that causes another reasonably to apprehend the immediate infliction of a battery, unlawful force, even if the defendant is physically prevented from completing the act. Hello and welcome to Landmark Case Laws Simplified. Buck up as we explore the fascinating world of Stevens versus Myers together. The plaintiff was acting as the chairman at a parish meeting and was seated at the head of a table. The defendant was also seated at the same table, with approximately 6 or 7 people sitting between him and the chairman. During a heated discussion, the defendant became very vociferous and disruptive. A motion was made to have him removed from the meeting, which passed with a large majority. In response to this, the defendant stated that he would rather pull the chairman out of the chair than be turned out of the room. He immediately advanced toward the chairman with his fist clenched. However, he was stopped by the church warden, who was sitting next to the chairman, before he got close enough to actually strike him. Witnesses testified that it appeared the defendant was advancing with the intention of striking the chairman. The plaintiff sued for assault. The defendant argued that no assault had been committed because, given the distance and the people between them, he lacked the present ability to carry out his threat. Chief Justice Tyndall directed the jury on the legal definition of assault. He stated that not every threat constitutes an assault, there must be the means of carrying the threat into effect. The key question was whether the defendant was advancing in a threatening attitude to strike the chairman, such that his blow would have almost immediately reached the chairman if he had not been stopped. The Chief Justice further clarified that even if the defendant was not near enough at the exact moment he was stopped to have struck the plaintiff, if he was advancing with that intent, it amounted to an assault in law. He instructed the jury that if the defendant was advancing so that, within a second or two of time, he would have reached the plaintiff, they should find for the plaintiff. The jury returned a verdict for the plaintiff, awarding damages of 1 shilling. This case firmly established that the tort of assault is complete at the moment the victim reasonably fears immediate unlawful contact, regardless of whether a battery, actual contact, occurs. It protects a person's mental peace and right to personal security from threats, not just from physical harm. Stevens versus Myers remains a fundamental authority for defining the boundaries of assault in Anglo-American common law, distinguishing it from a mere threat, which may lack immediacy, and a battery, which requires actual contact. Thanks for watching. Remember, your support makes all the difference.